Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. The buzz around the league right now is that the Seahawks are making some serious waves, and it's all centered on a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape their offense and shake up the entire NFC West. Rumors are swirling that Seattle is in talks to acquire none other than Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know what you're thinking. That's a bold move, especially considering Andrews' impressive career and the fact that he's still in his prime at 30 years old. But here's the thing, this isn't just about adding another tight end. This is about transforming the Seahawks' offense into a powerhouse that can contend at the highest level, especially with a shot at another Super Bowl run. Let's break down what's happening. The Seahawks, sitting at an impressive 10-3 record, are still battling some injuries at the tight end position. Their TE group has been decimated by injuries, particularly with Arroyo going down, which has limited their options and affected their offensive production. They're reportedly looking for an elite upgrade in the middle of the field, and Andrews fits that bill perfectly. On the other side, the Ravens, who are currently 9-4, are feeling the squeeze on their cap space. With about $46 million in cap room in 2026, they're looking to free up some financial flexibility. The idea is that they could send Andrews for a second-round pick and a conditional fourth-rounder, giving them some immediate cap relief and a chance to focus on extending Lamar Jackson and Odell Smith, especially after their defense has been allowing 21 points per game. Andrews has been nothing short of a standout in his career. Over his time in Baltimore, he's accumulated 812 receiving yards and 58 touchdowns, all while maintaining a career PFF grade of 83. The guy's a true mismatch, with an average of 2 yards per route run and 900 yards after the catch per season. He's a versatile threat that defenses simply can't ignore. In 2025, Andrews led all tight ends with 45 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 7.2 receptions per game and 75 yards per contest. His target share is around 29%, and he's top 5 among tight ends with a 2-3 yards per route run. His catch rate is solid at 67.8%, and his average depth of target, ADOT, is at 11.8 yards. Plus, he's been remarkably healthy, just a single shoulder injury so far. This reliability is a huge plus for any team looking to make a deep playoff run. Now, what makes this move so compelling? Well, the Seahawks could really use a reliable, elite receiving tight end to complement their weapons like DK Metcalf and rookie sensation Zach Charbonnet. Andrews would instantly elevate their passing yards per game from about 210 to a projected 260, boosting yards after catch and overall efficiency. His route running, especially against zone coverage, is second to none, with an efficiency rating of 88%, making him a perfect fit for Seattle's offensive scheme. Think about the possibilities. A tight end who can stretch the field, create mismatches, and serve as a security blanket for Geno Smith. It's exactly what's needed to push the Seahawks over the top, especially in tight playoff games. And it's not just about the passing game. Defensively, Seattle's been pretty solid, allowing around 18 points per game. But adding Andrews gives them more balance, more options, and a way to keep defenses honest. Imagine the kind of play-action possibilities with Andrews lining up in the middle, drawing attention away from Metcalf and Walker. It's reminiscent of the impact the Chiefs got from trading for Travis Kelce back in 2025, which significantly boosted their aerial attack, and the Seahawks could be looking at a similar boost here. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. If this trade goes through, it could propel the Seahawks into a real Super Bowl contender. Their odds to win it all would jump from +600 to +300, making them one of the favorites in the NFC. Andrews' clutch playoff performances, with an impressive 84.6 PFF grade in cold weather games, suggest he's a guy who can deliver under pressure when it matters most. This move could be the final piece needed to get the Seahawks back to the big game, especially considering how much they've been building toward that goal with their recent draft picks and strategic signings. It's a move that echoes the kind of boldness we saw from Pete Carroll and the front office in past years. going all in when the moment calls for it. But let's not forget the Ravens' perspective here. They're in a bit of a transition phase, and with Andrews being a luxury piece in their roster, they might see this as an opportunity to reset and focus on their youth movement. They're also eyeing the future with Lamar Jackson, hoping to extend him and build around their franchise quarterback. Trading Andrews could be a tough pill to swallow, especially considering how productive he's been. But the cap relief and draft capital could accelerate their rebuild and help them address their offensive line issues, which have been a concern this season. For Seahawks fans, this potential trade signals a new chapter. It's about going all in on winning now, especially with the window that Geno Smith and the core of this team have opened. The addition of a player like Andrews would not only make the Seahawks more explosive, but also send a message to the rest of the league that Seattle is serious about competing at the highest level for the next few years. It's exactly the kind of move that could put them over the edge and into serious Super Bowl contention. And the fans? Well, we've been riding the roller coaster all season, from the highs of those big wins to the nerve-wracking close calls. But if this trade happens, it's a clear sign that the Seahawks are doubling down on their Super Bowl ambitions. Imagine the energy in Lumen Field, knowing that your team just made a bold move to bring in a proven game-changer. That's the kind of excitement that keeps us all glued to our screens, rooting louder than ever. Of course, there are always questions. Will Andrews stay healthy? Can he gel quickly with Geno and the offense? How will the Ravens replace his production? These are all valid concerns, but given Andrews' track record and the Seahawks' current trajectory, the potential benefits far outweigh the risks. Seattle's offensive line has been improving, and with a dynamic tight end like Andrews, they can create even more mismatches and scoring opportunities. Plus, the playoff push is heating up, and having a player of Andrews' caliber could be the difference maker in those critical postseason games. Looking ahead, if this trade comes to fruition, it sets a tone for the Seahawks' future. It's about building a balanced attack that can adapt and dominate in any weather or situation. It's about making bold moves when it counts, trusting in the talent and the vision of the coaching staff. And it's about giving the fans something to truly get excited about, a team that's not just content to compete, but is aiming to dominate and bring that Lombardi trophy back to Seattle. So, Seahawks fans, get ready. This could be the move that changes everything. The excitement is real and the possibilities are endless. Keep your eyes on the news, stay fired up, and let's see if this bold plan turns into a reality. Because when it does, it'll be a game changer not only for the Seahawks, but for the entire NFC West. And when that happens, you know we'll be right here, breaking it all down, celebrating together, and dreaming of that next Super Bowl victory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Andrews is the missing piece that can push Seattle to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Whether it's rumors, game analysis, or the next big trade, we're here to keep you in the loop. Let's keep the passion alive and make sure that together we support our Seahawks every step of the way. Go Hawks!